Hello everyone, I'm Eric Sorensen with Cygnus Graphics Media. Today I'm joined by Udi Arieli from EFI. Udi, to begin with, what role do you think digital will play for the industry in the next decade?
Of course, that is the million-dollar question that I wish that I had the accurate answer. But I think it's easy to see where the market is heading. I think especially in this show at Graph Expo here, we can see that clearly the industry is going more digital. And because we all know that at least at the moment, the total dollar spent on print is not going up right now. I wish it will, and maybe it will, but right now it doesn't. It will be on account of some traditional printing. So it's clear from the exhibitors here and from what we see here, the industry is going digital, and there are a lot of new offerings here in the show. I walked around a little bit, and there is no question that there are many companies, new and traditional companies, that has a lot of new offerings. And also I see a lot of customers buying digital equipment. So there's no question that digital is here to stay. Even a few years ago, less people were still questioning, is digital here to stay? Is it serious enough? Can it compete or not compete with offset printing and other methods? It's clear that it's going to take some segment of the industry. How fast? Some segment faster than others, of course. We'll see. But it's clear that the industry in the future is going to go digital, more and more.
Udi, at Graph Expo, we're seeing a lot more digital software solutions. Can you tell me some of the primary differences between these?
Here we are, of course, touching a very important subject. Once you change your processes and start working on new processes, and of course all of these digital processes, some of them are new, some of them are just improved. You need a way to manage them, and you need the right solutions. And of course, not all the traditional method that existed before will fit digital, and not all the software that exists today or people are showing is the right software. So when someone goes to buy software for the digital industry, because it's all new, and new equipment and new processors are invented daily or monthly or whatever in a fast rate, you really have to check if that's what you need and whether that's what you want.
Excellent. Next question. Can traditional MIS work for digital printing?
So as I said before, traditional MIS have a lot of shortcomings trying to manage digital. First of all, they were not built for digital, or at least most of them are not. And also, if they were not built with enough automation in them. The whole idea about digital printing, that it has to be fast, and because a lot of the jobs are small, you need a lot of automation or you'll never make money. So the fact that you have a digital equipment doesn't necessarily means that you're going to make a lot of money. Because actually, with digital equipment, you're going to have more constraints in your workflow than before, because you can't see anything. The files are hidden, they are on servers, you don't even know the job actually arrived, you don't know how many jobs arrive, which equipment they exactly need, so you have to automate all of it. And so there is an MIS and there is an MIS, and of course you need a new generation of MIS that will know how to both automate and take a lot of people out of the process and do it fast and almost without touch points.
Udi, EFI has always been at the forefront of the industry. How is EFI unique in its workflow offerings?
So, as a director in EFI, we have put a lot of effort to bring digital solutions, both software and hardware, to the marketplace. from the Fiery and Viewtech and Jetrion, and of course MIS systems like Pace and Monarch and other that we have. And what we do, we took a different approach. People who knows me in the industry, I'm lecturing and talking in the industry about global optimization, what I call TGO, the theory that I developed, and about the scheduling that I developed that called PrintFlow that optimize and synchronize the entire manufacturing process. But I think that at EFI we put a lot of emphasis of creating one workflow that is almost has no touch point and intelligent software, or what we call intelligence automation. I think people will hear more and more the word intelligent automation, because what we have now at EFI, someone can, a buyer can go to the printer website, this digital storefront, can enter the job, and the job from there with the file, with the content, goes automatically behind the scenes. No one knows it does it. It actually goes into Pace, which is our special MIS for digital. It goes into PrintFlow, which are scheduling that it totally automatically optimize and synchronize everything, the whole workflow. It goes into Fiery, and then the Fiery, according to instruction from PrintFlow, knows to which engine, print engine, to send it. It sends it. The engine will print it. The engine sends information back to PrintFlow. I started, I stopped, I finished. PrintFlow automatically reschedule, reoptimize constantly. So actually before the owner of the company or even the main production person or in the company knows, actually the job was received, manufactured, and actually built and delivered without anyone knowing actually almost. So that's what we need. We need a lights out operation, and we need total automation. And EFI, in my opinion, is the first to have this concept and the first to have the software that does it all. The product that we have in EFI that we put into this automated workflow are a digital storefront, Pace, the MIS, PrintFlow, the dynamic scheduling, Fiery, and we also have a second workflow that is based around our PrintSmith solution that is mainly for on-demand and smaller companies.
Looking at the entire industry, Udi, can you tell me what are the main barriers for automation in the printing industry?
That is a very interesting question and huge questions, because there have been done, many studies have been done about the printing industry, and we are definitely, from a point of automation and using modern tools for management, are at the bottom. I don't know if we are the last, but definitely not the top industry. From equipment point of view, we are almost at the top. So the printing industry loves to buy, I'm a printer myself, we all love to buy nice new production equipment. But for whatever reason, maybe because of the mom and pop tradition in the printing industry, some other reasons, people don't spend the money and don't put the emphasis on automation and management tools. And I think that education is the issue. For 20 years, I'm running around the country teaching people about TGO, about automation, about scheduling. No one believed that, forget about totally automation and scheduling. People didn't want to believe me that you can do dynamic scheduling in the printing industry. So it's all about education, the need, and understanding that there is no way the printing industry will be competitive and will fight against all the digital media because we are competing on the same dollars. We have to finally understand that the whole industry have to become more competitive. And actually, here in the show, I see it, a little bit of it, so I'm very hopeful for the future that finally people are starting to get it.
What do you feel people should be taking away from Graph Expo 2010?
Well, I think the writing is on the wall. Digital is here, digital is to stay, and they have to start experimenting it. Even if they, let's say, they are a big web shop or sheet-fed or whatever they are, doesn't matter if they're a label company, whatever they are, they need to start experimenting with digital. So even if they say, well, digital still doesn't have the quality exactly that I need, or it doesn't have the speed exactly that I need, they still need to experiment with it because it's just a matter of time when digital will have the speed and the quality. So what they need to do is experiment with digital, but that's not enough. They have to understand that they need all the pieces. It's like a puzzle. So one piece is the right equipment. Another piece of the puzzle is digital equipment. It's the processes, the new digital processes. And another important piece of it is the automation, the management tools, and what I call the intelligent automation, because we have to use software and hardware that does the work for us. Really software that thinks and can make decisions for us, because we don't have the time or the money to employ the employees that can do it. And actually, employees cannot do it fast enough. That's the whole idea, the whole issue here with digital. So if we want it to be successful, you have to invest in digital, even in a small way, learn it, understand it, and invest in tools that allows you to manage it in a totally different way. What I want to emphasize, that what I hope that people that coming out of this show will not again just buy equipment because they get excited about the digital equipment and they'll spend all their money on the digital equipment. They have to understand that they have to buy the full workflow that includes management of the workflow itself, and of course the equipment. And all of it has to be integrated together in what I call the intelligent integration. And they cannot spend their money just on the digital equipment because they won't be able to run it as efficiently as they should.
All right. Well, I'd first like to thank my guest, Udi Arieli. Udi, thank you. But I'd also like to thank you at home for listening. For more about Udi and EFI, please visit EFI.com. For more videos like this, go to quickprinting.com/video. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.